Alright, do you guys see it? Jesus. But yeah, I'm not sure what all's changed around this. It's definitely been a long ass minute since last time. Yeah, but uh, yeah, that's probably me. Alright, so if you guys want to go ahead, we'll start everything off. Welcome to. Uh, oh shit, okay. Check the Xbox Party and see if it says include audio. It should say that. Dank, what about you? They can't hear you. God damn it. Alright. Well, shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, fuck. I, I think I fucked up. I think I know what the problem is. There. I forgot. That's get Dank back in here. Or not
Uh,
Dank. The
uh,
brewery.
yeah, he's just gonna hook up his box. Won't take him no time. He'll be back in just a second.
Oh, I fucking looked at it too, and I didn't even notice it. There's a switch that says party audio on
Switch.
off.
It's a switch, man. It's always a switch.
All right. so I'm gonna get Brewer back here. My cat just walked in. Well, we're gonna do this. I think we do old school, the older streams. Um, so everyone, welcome to the 32nd episode of MRT. Pretty much everyone is joining. If you're not familiar with MRT, pretty much just we invite MILSIM units to come on and talk about their units, what they're doing. They'll talk about the community, and if they want us to throw shade on other units or whatever, just some simple banter, then we'll let that happen, just as long as it doesn't get too out of hand. So, give us a second, and we will get Brewer back in here and everything's situated. There he is. And like always, this check. Yeah, Brewer, check your check the party. Your audio should be included. God damn, we're already at fucking 33. Jesus. Damn.
Yeah, a couple of these boys are gonna come in here. Watch. A couple couldn't be here tonight. A couple of the battalion commanders and things like that couldn't be here.
That's all good.
Thanksgiving,
it's still
man.
roughly the holiday season, holiday
Thanksgiving
weekend, so wasn't really expecting too much.
What are you thankful for there, Squishy?
Good beer.
I hear you.
And like always, I work for a living. I work more than I come on here actually.
I work for this living.
I actually do. Like I drive on the road for semi company, and whenever I stop, I'll just peer out and see what's going on. I'll take a dip in the community, see what's going on. For the most part, it's been quiet in the community. I mean, actually, mainly it's Battlefield, because when I first got into this whole shit was back at 15, and it's like I was fresh out of the fucking Navy, and I don't know who the fuck it was, but someone brought me into a party with the original founder of MNN. He said, "Hey, this guy needs help. Can you help him out?" Blah blah blah. So they say, "Fuck it." And over time, the Twitter actually grew, and of course, we had different stories coming out. Some just war docs, and some pretty serious. Like, for instance, anyone who's been following the past Twitter stories that we dropped, which is little threads, would notice that there's a rash of pedophile incidents in the BF5 community.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that's fucked. It's kind of pretty fucking bad.
Battlefield for you.
Yeah, and you got the weird people coming out of fucking Grand Theft Auto online who try to do MILSIM to that shit. I mean, I'll give it credit, they try. That shit's more fucked than Battlefield.
Hello, this is where it's at.
I missed Battlefield 3. That was I miss the old days. Nice.
Yeah, but it's nothing like
Alright.
Arma Reforger. Reforger and Arma 4 is going to be the next. It is the next um, altruism milsim. You know, as realistic
Did
as you
they
can
just
get.
release the did they release private servers?
On Arma, yeah, yeah, we've got a good handful of
No,
servers
for
there.
Reforger.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, give or take. I think we just passed the 1 year anniversary, didn't we?
Oh, nice. So, without before we get started, today's unofficial sponsor, like always, is Coolers Light. And you want one of that Rocky Mountain Brew, make sure you're of age to drink and have a good time. So, it's a running joke we always did at the start of this damn stream.
Unofficial sponsor, Coors Light in my left hand.
Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the introductions. Gentlemen, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves, who you are, what unit you are with, and how long have you been doing this?
Heck yeah. Um, yeah. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dank. I'm the regiment executive officer. Joined this unit back in early April, I think. I think it was very early April, like April 2nd. This was the first full immersive milsim that I've been in, but there's been many other that I've been in, and a bunch of guys get together and hardcore tactic and yeah, I've enjoyed every bit of it.
Alright. I was going through the damn question list we got here. Alright.
Hey, we got one more introduction here.
Alright.
Our regiment command sergeant major has joined the party here. How you doing, Sergeant Major Sosa? Yeah, two of the founding members. Yeah, doing a little live stream for his the clips of the interview he's gonna do.
Alright. So the next question is, I guess you could say it starts from your origin to how you progressed. Just tell the audience, how did you guys start? Like, how did the Ranger Regiment start out, and how have you guys progressed over the years or months?
I'm gonna pause this on that one. Command Sergeant Major, did you allow the audio in the party? Alright, nobody can hear you, Colonel Brewer. You're not able to, yeah. I'm trying to figure out a way for him to record this. I don't think you can do it from the phone, yeah.
I think it used to be able to do it from the phone. I'm not sure if they took that away.
Damn. Yeah,
Or you want more to do that?
I'll let Sergeant Major answer this one since they were two of the founding members. Pretty much starting from the beginning, you guys started as a battalion, even though you didn't have the numbers. You know that one day it would be that way.
For a second there, my brain went what the shit real quick. I thought you said Bush Wookie. Oh, I thought what the fuck kind of name is Bush Wookie?
Yeah. So to start from the top down to the bottom, to give you a big picture of it, because I love the picture. So you know, when I came in, it was 2nd Ranger Battalion. I personally came in as a PFC in Demon, and you know, quickly found myself, you know, kind of climbing the ranks, and you know, due to my medical background, when we started our medical platoon, Vanguard, with the former platoon leader. But man, it goes, you know, we have High Tower Company, which is our regimental HQ company. They house our pilots, our regiment MPs, and our S shops.
MPs?
Yeah, we have MPs. We have a, you know, like Colonel Brewer said, man, this is we do a MILSIM, you know. To the best of our ability, and with this game, and which this game does allow a lot. Arma Reforger allows for some of the utmost ideas that somebody can have to be implemented. But you know, yeah, it does. Our our MP platoon alone. You know, from the entire 46 MPs, man, they rival any other MILSIM that's out there as far as numbers. But then of course we have our Special Troops Battalion, which is going to house our ODA, our Special Forces ODA unit, as well as the SMU unit, Special Missions Unit. And as well as our Air Force attachment, which comprises of what we've deemed our 122nd fixed wing fighters and our TACPs, the tactical air control parties. And man, you know, they get deployed out there and they call in from the AC-130, call in close air support with the A-10, with the fixed wing guys, you know, realistic stuff. Man, and then we break down to our 2nd Ranger Battalion, which of course has Assassin, Bushmaster, and Havoc, which, you know, as Command Sergeant Major says, they started out with what was Outlaw and went all the way up to a full battalion. So it's really cool to see that. You know, but each company there's got 3 platoons underneath of each of them. So do those numbers right there, and that's 2nd Battalion. And then of course we got 3rd Battalion, which Sergeant Major said is comprised of Dagger and Crusader, which we started that battalion back in July. And of course, you know, went on a whim and said we're going to get these numbers. Made a couple friendships out in the MILSIM community. Got those numbers, and I've just seen this thing grow and grow and grow. But again, they comprise of the same thing. You have Crusader, Dagger, and Halo, which again is the just like Havoc is the headquarters detachment that is sent to, and the battalion has OPSEC, which is operational control over these, or not OPSEC, OPCON. That's on me, which is operational control over the unit themselves. So, and we're just building. We're building and building and building. The unit, 75th Ranger Regiment, we hold RAS, which is our Ranger Assessment and Selection Program, every Sunday and Wednesday. I believe we open our doors at 8 p.m. Eastern. For people who have joined our public servers, which we house 4 of those public servers that are 24/7, and ran by some really good people who dedicate their time to making sure that they run smoothly and everybody's friendly and everybody has a good time. But a lot of those people, you know, they decide, hey, I want to give it a try, and they go through our RAS, and they get sent to Geronimo, which again is housed under Hightower, the regiment, and they go there for their training. Once they get trained, they get sent out into these battalions where they do these operations that are set up by these wonderful battle captains. Just, you know, bringing that realism to heart, you know, really putting it out there for the guys to keep coming back and having fun. What we're about, having fun.
All right. That's, I was watching the stream chat. You got someone from Cypher. Is that one of your opcons?
Oh yeah, we have all kinds of guys in here from all over. You got 3rd Battalion guys. They're just from all these different platoons. Cypher is one of our platoons. That's in one of the companies. That's in one of the battalions. It's in the regiment. You know, just to keep harping on the size that we are, because we are huge. We are the biggest and the baddest out there in the business here.
Nice. All right. Next one we're going is for the community. What can you tell us about your community? Besides from like the public side and the private side, is it more like this kind of seems shitty to use Battlefield 4 communities as an example, or but is it somewhat like that, like where obviously you guys have units that'll do JTOs with each other, they'll set up scrimmages or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But are there times where a unit will have beef with another unit and decide to Either Wardock or raid them?
Yeah, so
Has that ever happened?
not within us ourselves. Now, there has been some times where the guys have, bickered back and forth. Hey, Ako's better than Biko. Kiss my a-hole. And they've actually
Full-on
gone at
company
it. I
rivalry.
can't remember who won, but I'm sure somebody here is going to put it out there. But I remember there was one day where they actually went at it as and we do this. It's for morale of the unit, right? Hey, you guys want to go at it, go at it. As our Lieutenant Colonel Anthraxis, which is the commanding officer of the 2nd Ranger Battalion, likes to say, he was the captain of Bushmaster Company, and he said just another trophy on the case for Bushmaster boys. And so, we within the unit have fun, and we go at it. And of course, there's friendly banner, and then there's competitive banner. But at the end of the day, we're a unit, and we work together. Now, as I've said, and as any of these guys can attest, we are ready for any unit that wants to come our way. These boys train hard, man. They put in a lot of time and effort. You don't see that a lot,
When it comes
guys
to,
that
like,
put in effort to train.
When it comes to like in-house battles or back and forth between Ako and Biko, do they go like at it with like full-on gear, or is this just like something as loony as like fisticuffs? Like they just use their bare fist.
No, it's war games, brother. We are again a MILSIM. We get these guys get geared up and they go at it. There's a plan of action, there's an objective, or there's a kill order.
I pay good money to see a war game where everyone doesn't have weapons. It's just they just use their fists.
Just use their fists. Yeah. So it'd be hard here. I'm sure there's some way we could figure it out. Well, we had zombies. Last one to survive the zombies would work, wouldn't it?
Honestly, the melee system's not the best in Arma.
Yeah, it's more close range
warfare.
Pistols only kind of thing.
Yeah.
Pistols are knives only.
That game mode. Yep.
I mean, there's a knife mod where you can use, which makes it better.
Red versus blue. It's fun. So, besides some conflicts between internal or external, what about the community? How has it evolved since, I guess, the founding? That makes sense.
Man, Sergeant Major Sosa, you could take this one. I'm sure you've seen it grow. That's the biggest thing that I can say is growth.
In the sense of the 75th or the Arma community in general.
Let's go with Arma in general.
I mean, the Arma community. I mean, I've been playing Arma since like Arma 2, Arma 3, and I can tell you right now, Arma Reforger as a whole is way different than both. And when Arma 3 came out, it was like a bunch of army dudes, military guys, personnel just playing the game. This is a little bit mix of both, right? You have a lot of military guys teaching civilians how to actually do this, and they're grasping and learning. Some of them are actually getting interested of being into the military because of this game, which I found pretty cool. But the community as a whole, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not gonna be like Battlefield bad, right? You don't see a lot of complaining within the community, right? Especially when it comes to the people that make mods, like they're on top of it. Every time there's an update, people are getting it done, making sure their mods are getting out, making sure they're promoting their mods, right? We have a couple guys in our unit that have separate servers that they chill on. We have a couple YouTubers small-time YouTubers that play with us as well. Promote the Arma community as a whole as well. So I mean, it's a pretty fun community, I would say. And with the new 1.0 update came out, I mean, there's a chance of PlayStation probably getting Arma Reforger now that it's not an early access.
Correct.
So it's
Correct.
just
That'll
probably
add to our
just
player
gonna
base.
go. Yeah.
No,
so
see, PlayStation
I thought it got,
that hasn't done early access for a long time.
Yeah,
And that was
I
one of the
believe
downfalls about it.
PlayStation doesn't really deal with early access games. That's why Microsoft and PC
I
kind
know
of
the PlayStation Store's gone to like some deep shit, but like they're charging stupid rates.
right.
Like it's like
Buy it.
you go to Microsoft or say Amazon, get a new game, it costs $60. You
Right.
go to the PlayStation Store, it's like 30% added to what you could get for
Yeah,
on
like
Xbox or
like
Steam.
like a $60 game on PlayStation is like $105 just because they have like that 30% fucking thing that it goes to like the person that made the game or something like that.
Well, no, it's Sony wants like a piece of the charge like certain percentages. Microsoft does it too. It used to be like uh
I believe it's
20 or
12% now.
15. Yeah, it dropped down to 12%.
Yeah.
So it's like that encourages more people to switch to Microsoft. It's more of a marketing ploy for them.
100%.
I mean, shit, I'd take 12 over 30.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I know like with PlayStation possibly get Armor, you can see a lot more folks coming in. Like we had that. I believe we had it happen in the Battlefield side of things with either BF1 or BF5. And there are some good groups that came over, and of course you had the shit brand that came over
Right.
and started fucking shit up.
Yeah, because I believe as of right now, if Dank or Bird can correct me, we have about like 17, or not 17, but 7,000 people in total. And then if PlayStation does adapt Arma Reforger into their store, I mean it's gonna be a whole new people that can like double our personnel and our fucking units, which is gonna be amazing, right? More people coming into the Arma Reforger community. I mean, like you said, some of them are gonna like fuck it up, but I mean, I don't see Arma Reforger being messed up just because a couple PlayStation guys come in. I feel like Arma Reforger is not really a toxic community like some. Right, yeah. About 17 between all three, or it's not 70, 7,500 people across all the discords,
Shit.
about 1,800 on each. And it's pretty
nice.
it's pretty fun, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you right now, from all the milsimming I've done, from Halo, from Battlefield, from Ghost Recon, this is way different from all of that.
This is it. This is
Yeah,
where it's gonna form from.
100%.
I mean, I'm in here right now. I'm in our public servers, and let me, let's not cloud it up, but it was hard to get into one.
In the
All
Discord
of our
servers
public
or Armor
servers
servers?
are at
Arma
34,
Reforger server.
64 player base, and all of our public servers are just about full. And I'm watching, these guys out here just having fun. Most of these names I don't know, which means to me that I need to talk to our recruiting team, because these are potential soldiers, man.
Yeah.
Our Discord,
Alright.
the same way. It's just, we're big in that
100%.
community.
Yeah, recruitment servers are, for what we've seen, is a keen tool for units to use, because you'll have people from representatives from teams into servers playing with other members, or like say people that are in there just play team deathmatch or something like that, and they'll message them and say, hey, are you interested in joining? Some say no, some say yeah, and they go from there. Next question is about the operations. From your small scale to your large scale operations, can you tell us the storylines and what goes into the planning?
Man. So that's a really good question for our battle captains. They really are the ones who put these stories together and these missions and these plans. What we in the world call our Opboard Frago Warno. These guys take time to put together some of the most creative, well-informed, and pretty lengthy, campaigns is what we call them. So you go to, and of course, Arma Reforger generically has three maps, and of course we have our extra maps that people such as Kiok make. Kunar, one of our other Lieutenant Colonel Vape, he was working on a map. I can't remember the name of it. It was really good. Command Sergeant Major, do you remember the name of it?
Started with the V. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was a pretty badass map.
We can make maps, and they do these campaigns on these maps, and somebody who just actually joined our chat here is our Lieutenant Lightning, who is one of our top battle captains, and I'm going to let him take over and kind of explain what goes into his thought process behind creating a campaign for these battalions. Lieutenant Lightning, take it away.
Appreciate it, Lieutenant Colonel. So how it goes is every month the battalion commander will issue the month or the plan of the month, and that gives out his training plans, the operations he wants to see. It's usually 2 operations every 2 weeks, so it gives you guys like a week to plan your LARPs, your long range reconnaissance. It gives you time to do your intel, recons, and stuff like that. Excuse me. And get your asset requests done. We start off. I make the Warnos after I get that plan, and the Warnos have basically just a small rundown of what's happening, their situations, time, day, coordinates on the maps, and that gets sent down. After I make that, I present to the companies. When the companies receive that, they get with their platoons, and they're like, hey, this is what we got. We need plans to push this operation out. And I'm trying to pull up one right now.
Heck yeah. So I think a big question that I've myself have always wondered, what is in your mind? How do you make up a mission for the guys? Like, in your head, what do you envision? Like, a group of guys here, they have to attack this objective, and what are their different phases, and how do you make it one big campaign throughout an entire map?
Well, first you look at the map, and you try to put together a story that's going to catch people. Running as a game master, you're wanting to catch everyone. So it's catching people's attention span. You want to, when you make these operations, make it realistic in what you can do, what you can't do, and what I can put down to bring that story to life. So it's really more of the atmosphere and the surrounding, what people are really feeling that month, that week.
Heck yeah. So, like, if we were to go to Kunar, he would make an operation that rolls through our map of Kunar, which is one of the Providence over in Afghanistan, and we'll run a scenario through there and do trainings throughout the weeks, and however long their campaign is. It may take 2 weeks, it may take a whole month, so.
We're actually going through one right now before the whole update. We had one planned out. The plan of the month went out, and Lieutenant Colonel Draxus put out. He wanted this month to really be high value targets. So we put together, I got a Warno here. We're in Afghanistan. I got 3 different areas for 3 different platoons to hit in different parts of the map. And off of that first initial operation, it'll expand that storyline to the next operation of what happens. So those different
storylines could be execute the HVT, secure the HVT, all those good things. So
It can, yeah. It can fluctuate between
Have
what we.
have you ever, when it comes to making storylines, have you sought inspiration somewhere, say like a book or like a Tom Clancy novel?
I see a lot of that comes from different movies, books, and stuff like that. You know, people like some of the same stuff, but if I create something, it's gonna be way more different than normal run and gun book and movies. Because you don't want to do the same wash, rinse, and repeat. You want it to be different. You want to add another step in there.
They wanted one of the injustices we haven't we've endured is that no one's made a movie of Red Storm Rising, which if anyone's read Tom Clancy, you know how good it is.
Well, you just gave a pretty good idea, I think. Because we've done some of those movies, like, you know, We Were Soldiers, and, you know, when we went back to Vanilla, you know, all those different Vietnam era.
Flight of the Intruder,
What was
the
that? What was that
Navajo
one
Code
with,
Talkers,
oh, what's his name? I love the song
Apocalypse
Napalm
Now.
in the Morning. Yep, that's it. That's it. And I love those storylines too. And then, but again, love coming back to, you know, the modern warfare. What's going on in the world today? How can we implement that into our missions? So.
All right. Next question. Shit. What is the Ranger Regiment's future plans? Like, from what, it's like taking a step back, looking for where you are now. What is the future plans for the unit?
Well, I know first off, success. Success is always, you know, the first goal. We wanna be big. We wanna be bad. We wanna be the best. But you know, me myself, I've taken a step back and realized what it's actually going to take to get us there. You know, working with both battalions that we have, you know, to make the regiment a whole, and then to go on to our next goal, which is growth. Community, the regiment as a whole. And you know, the way we're going to get there is just by reaching out, and as I said, you know, we have actual legit recruiting team that will go out and speak with these players that are out there in the public servers, and just kind of pique their interest about our MILSIM, get them interested, have them fill out applications, and come join us. So we want to be bigger, we want to be badder. We got to take the right road to get there.
One thing also I would say is staying relevant, right?
Yes.
One thing I would want for sure is staying relevant enough so when Arma 4 comes out, we just transition from Reforger to Arma 4.
Yeah, because that is the big plan, right? Arma Reforger is the roadmap to Arma's new installment Arma 4, whenever it does come out.
Are they still working on that?
They are. I mean, that's what this is. And, you know, we actually have one or two of the Bohemia developers attached to our Discord, so they see what we're doing. And, one of our biggest server providers, you know, is in cahoots with them, so just kind of providing the feedback, you know, what's going to make their game run better, work better, you know, because of course, before this new update, before they took it off the experimental list, you know, not a preview anymore. It's a game, and they're working on it. But yeah, just the roadmap, I guess, is the biggest thing. What they're adding, what this game's bringing, what it brings grows us as well. It gives us more of what we can do. I mean, the next update that's coming out, we're gonna have mortars. As a MILSIM unit, we, you know, have to fill that role. And we'll have a mortar platoon that'll be attached with our battalions and set out. calls for artillery will be coming in from real guys.
I would actually love to see how that works.
It's gonna be beautiful. I've seen it work, before. So I played a
It's like
little
the
bit of
only-
Arma 3. I've seen the tanks, the planes, the fucking mortars, everything going. It's really cool to see.
I'm working on a document for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. This game has got bright futures, man. It started off very clumsy, but they have finally figured it out, I think, and just uphill from here, especially for the regiment, with the game being so good.
All right. Taking it going from the unit to the social side of things. I noticed you guys got you became more, noticed by some YouTubers. Can you explain on who they were, like what did they do with you guys?
Yeah, we work with a couple guys, man. Task Force Gaming was one. He's a really cool guy from the EU side, and when he's around, he works with us. We just did a video, Sergeant Major. I don't know if you remember the name. It slipped my mind.
His name is Official Invictus, I believe.
That's it. Yeah,
Or Invictus.
Invictus.
I know,
Yep.
I know the one that mainly got us like popular
Yep.
was what's his name?
Operator Drewski?
Drewski. Yes.
Drewski. Yep.
Yeah, that
Drewski
was like
a
one of the
good
first
guy.
YouTubers. We didn't collab with him. He just joined our server and made a video on it.
Made a video. It was like
everyone
raving our
on our
server.
server. Yeah, it's like rating a
I was
Arma
actually going to
MILSIM.
ask you about that. Like when you mentioned that you worked with some YouTubers before, I was going to ask you if Drewski was one of them.
Drewski hasn't worked with us personally, but the fine gentleman has, whenever he was putting out a video on Arma Reforger, he went into our server in particular and was like, wow, he was actually playing on our Kunar map made by Kiok. And one of the modders out there in the great world that makes this game what it is. And just kind of was like, raving us up a little bit. But like I said, we've done work with Invictus. Invictus is a great guy. Everybody should go look him up. Check out all his videos. He does a lot. So.
Yeah, it's mainly a bunch of small YouTubers. Like we have a
And
guy.
then of course we have our own.
I think he's in Chaos. His name is like G2 Gaming that does videos, mainly in our pub servers.
Yeah.
Can't remember who else, but those are like kind of the big three that we have as of right now. Just Drewski making a video on our pubs, Official Invictus making a video on one of our private ops, and then Task Force mainly just has videos of like almost all our ops. Every time we have op, he jumps in, makes a video, and posts it. So yeah.
Now, one big thing to mention again, our 3rd Battalion's Lieutenant Colonel Vape, is in charge of our social media. And the fine gentleman has really done a great job with our Instagram, our Twitter, our YouTubes. Definitely pinked the leak tree. When you search the 75th Ranger Regiment on YouTube, just see what all we have to offer, because we make great videos of what we do. Weekly, daily, there's pictures out there on our Twitter, everywhere, so. We're very big on the social media side. We love to get our name out there. Had a lot of guys join just from watching a YouTube video, just be like, wow, that was really cool. But check these guys out.
Nice. Alright, let's roll into the next question. If there's like any unit, would the Ranger Regiment be open to JTOs with any other units?
So we are, if I'm picking up what you're putting down, we are really very big out there with ISAF, and the other one that Colonel Brewer loves to mention, that I can't for the life of me think of. and a lot of allied units that are out there in the MILSIM community. You know, they if you were to look on our page, you can see our allied units in our Discord. They you know, we work with them, they work with us, we do joint missions and things like that. Some of our missions, you know, if it's something that we're doing, you know, for the community, we'll open it up to our allies to come in and kind of showcase themselves as well. Being that we are big, you know, we do have that platform to share, so to say. And as long as the unit is, you know, down to what our terms and stipulations are and how we like to conduct ourselves, and you know, certain times that we do things, because of course we always do recruit for the regiment, and we have certain times and hours that we like to do that and kind of push our name out there. But we always open up our platform for other units that are willing to work in unison with us. Yeah. Sergeant Major, you got anything to add on that?
Nah, man, you pretty much like on the ballpark on that. Yeah, so we have a bunch of people we allied with when it comes to anything that's from the EU side of things, like a British commando unit, Marine units, all PMC groups, anything like that.
Yeah, all those guys.
There's a bunch of like different units in Arma Reforgers, not just like the Rangers or anything like that, or like any Marine units. It's different types of guys.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. The ISAF is a really big place. It's where a lot of the bigger, you know, or more stabilized MILSIMs, I should so say, go to chat with each other.
Is it an actual Discord or just?
It is. Get with me after this, and I'll definitely get you the link for you to post.
All right. I haven't seen that name in a. I was taking a look at the.
I think
group chat
Nomad
right now. It's, Forgotten Rifle. I haven't seen that name in forever. Alright, but rolling on to the next question concerning operation structure. Can you explain to community or to the audience how, in terms do you function when it comes to like COC, battalion staff, and so on and so forth?
Yeah. Well, like a military structure, man. You know, we are based off the Army Rangers, so it goes from the bottom up. You know, we start everybody out as a recruit coming in, and then every rank structure all the way up. So again, as I said, you have the Colonel himself, Colonel D.S. Brewer, who is the commanding officer of the 75th Ranger Regiment, which has her two sister battalions, the 2nd and the 3rd. Inside the regiment, you have the Special Troops Battalion and the Hightower Company, which again is the regimental HQ staff. It's where we do a lot of the trainings for the new guys coming in. They come in, they get trained, and then they get sent out to the battalion. So they're not just going out there willy-nilly. And then of course you got, you know, the 2nd and the 3rd Rangers. So the way we always like to do it is from the Joe to his team leader, from the team leader to his squad leader, from the squad leader to his PSG, from the PSG to his PL. From the PL, he's going to go to his company. He's going to speak with the executive officer, or a meeting with both the executive and the commanding officer. That NCO in the company, you're going to have that first sergeant. You're going to have him dealing with any of the NCO problems, right? So platoon sergeant had a problem, he's going to go to his company sergeant. The company commanders are going to then go up, of course, to the battalion commanders, so on and so forth, all the way up. It's a pretty easy structure, and you know, we harp on it. You know, we just don't. Let me look at this the good way. We want everybody to have their voice in the opinion, right? We want things, if they can be handled from the bottom, handled at the bottom. instead of having to come all the way to the top. You know, like if a PL doesn't have to deal with the situation the TL could have done with, then we'd love it to be handled there as far as the COC goes. Anything else there?
God damn it! I just realized I was talking on mute.
It happens.
It happens to the best of
All
us.
All right. Roll
We
to the
all
next
have
question.
our roles, pretty much. Let's sum that. Just to sum that down. We all have our roles, and everybody has a role to a hole to fill. So.
All right. Roll to the next question. What exactly makes y'all stand out when it comes to like your servers most of the time being on top of the Reforger community list? And besides from that, what else do you use to help you stand out?
Sergeant Major.
For sure, the big thing is the amount of servers we have, right? So we have 4 different public servers, 2 for each battalion, right? And most of the time, they're kind of mainly full. Even people that like started the unit have trouble getting into it, right? So it's kind of good in a sense to see our public servers out there. And also, a lot of people know who we are just because of the pubs. We have a lot of different faces entering the pubs every time I'm there. It's never just the same people. So word gets around for sure that, you know, hey, second or third Ranger public servers are popping, you know.
Yeah.
To get in there.
We actually just opened up our 24/7 warfare servers as well. Now get
Complex
this.
servers, yeah.
Imagine a literal 24/7 conflict that can happen at any time. You come in, you spend 4 hours doing something, building places, taking supplies somewhere, you know, hanging out with your guys, and then you hop off and a new group hops in and takes over your spots. Another thing that Arma just brought, you know, to the community was the ability to be able to save scenarios as you go.
Yeah.
That's the different changes that kind of sets us apart from everybody else. You know, we're able to expand on, of course, how big we are and how many people we have and how populated our servers always are, to just be able to do something continuous like that, like Arma Life itself.
Alright, now roll to the next question. What are your predictions for your future growth? Like, as for numbers.
Man, we're gonna have to open up a whole new training battalion. So as you know, the actual 75th Ranger Regiment runs as a 1, 2, 3 fighting battalions. The rest of its battalions are more of the training side of things. Now, of course, here we can kind of stretch the truth a little bit, right? You know, maybe make those, you know, in the coming months, next year, 2024, you know, open up 2 whole new battalions. I think that's a big goal for the regiment as a whole, and with the growth we've seen recently, I mean, shoot, we're seeing 40 people a week at a minimum, you know, so been really nice. I think we just got, I mean, the sky's the limit. We all could work together and keep this thing going on the tracks that it's on. You know,
All right.
stopping.
Now, what is the second Ranger Battalion's long-term plans? Do you guys expect to expand to other gamings, like, say, Battlefield or, God forbid, GTA?
Well, I can't speak for the guys themselves now. You know, our focus is on Arma, right? That's what we're built on. We don't hinder anybody from playing any other game they ever want to play together with themselves, or not. You know, it's. I mean, as you can see, one of our command sergeant majors right now is playing Halo. You know, we like to spice it up a little bit.
Shit, man, I remember the old days of back in Halo 3 days when everyone was just doing clan shit.
Yeah, but no, our focus as the 75th Ranger Regiment MILSIM is an Arma MILSIM, right? This is our platform that we want to focus on. And I think that's the same for everybody.
All right. That's what the end of my question list really. Only the other thing I got is a QA from what Bird sent me through the Twitter DMs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is mainly because this interview has actually been in the works for some time, but work's been getting in between. Say in between it. Plus, there's also shit that's going on.
Hey man, I get it.
Personal life.
I work for this life, right? I think I tell people that all the time, but you know, I work to be able to help provide for the community out here. You know what we're able to offer with the amount of servers that we have. 12 servers, and then of course we have a couple of standalones. So, yeah.
All right. Let's say last question section. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Man, I don't. I feel like I've talked too much already.
I don't. I mean,
what are your plans? You know, as far as the MILSIM community, what do you see the future of it being with Arma itself? Have you looked into the game much?
For Reforger, it seems to be a good amount of folks from Battlefield 4, 5, and so on. They have moved over as to what units they have made. I don't know. I know one of the guys I knew from the BF1, BF5 days, Forgotten. He's actually a third bat.
Hey,
with you guys.
Yeah, he's doing really good, man. He's up me up and up. He was in charge of our Op 4, which I wish it was something that we could have stuck with. But once that broke down, man, he's been doing really good.
Maybe he's on the MP side of things.
Hell yeah. No, I don't even think that. I think he's a platoon leader right now.
Is he?
If I'm not mistaken. He's doing something really good over there.
For sure.
He's a squad leader in third bat.
I heard good things the other day from Lieutenant Colonel Vape himself. So yeah, that was something that I wish we could have done. You know, it was something we had a good idea for. If you know anything about real life, there was a platoon called the 509th, and their unit name was Geronimo, and their emphasis was Op 4 Blue 4, right? So training soldiers on how to fight, who they're fighting, what the fight's going to be like, so that they're prepared for the battle. Man, yeah. Not out of the works yet, boys, but man, it would have been nice if we could.
So I know there's quite a few folks on the Battlefield 4 side, or at least the Battlefield side of things, that are still waiting, as far as I know, to get Arma Reforger. As to the numbers, I'm not sure, but I think a lot of the guys on the Battlefield side, besides from waiting to move over to Arma, a lot of them are hoping to see if there's a resurgence, like see if EA can stop dicking around and actually do something else as good as Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4.
Man, they're messing around since they stopped doing NCAA basketball, brother. Yeah, that was my favorite thing to play. NCAA basketball and football.
NCAA football.
Yeah, and football. man. Yeah. EA. Now, just let everybody give up. Come on over to Arma Reforger. See what the life's really about. Because it really is. Like, so a lot of people who are probably on the same boat, you know, they probably tried the game back when it was first out. You know, oh, this is new on the store. What is it? You know, and it was, I mean, it was Arma base game with nothing at all, really. Flash forward a year, year and a half, 2 years now. This is what it is, and it's, I mean, man, I'm glad I gave it another try, and I wish people would do the same, because it really is a good game. If you're into that, you know, and like you say, you know, people are into Battlefield for the sim. Man, if they're in it for the sim, this is where the sim's at. The sim is here, right? You want a sim realism, it's right here.
Shit. Alright, well, gents, I believe that's wraps up the questions I have for you guys. Usually you will get, after these interviews, what I'll do is I'll download the videos from Twitch, and within about an hour or so, if you guys pay attention to the Twitter feeds, you should see a link posted by Eminem to the stream, which will be on YouTube here shortly.
Nice.
So,
again, thanks to our unofficial sponsor of Bud Light.
Hopefully we can get. We were gonna say Anheuser-Busch, but we don't want to cause too much trouble.
CBD oils.
I ain't about that fucking life. I gotta drive.
No, man, it's great. It's good talking to you, brother.
Likewise. Without further ado, gentlemen, thank you for joining the stream. Everyone who's just joining and missed out on most of the stream, like I said, just pay attention to the Twitter feeds if you're following us on Twitter at MILSIM News, and we will post it soon, and we'll see you in the next one.